what you want now? Feels like you're looking for something better. Is this what you want now? Or is it because you can't forget her?
What's up, peoples?
I can't keep pretending it's not getting to me. It's never ending. Can't give you what you need. You're misbehaving. Yeah, it's getting to me. It's never ending. You can give anything, so you can go, go, go. Go, 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 go. Yeah, so I can focus. I just need to focus on myself. Yeah, you better go, go, go. Go, 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 go. So I can focus. I just need to focus on myself. This is what I want now. And yeah, I'm waiting for something better. Yeah. This is what I want now. No, I won't settle for anything else. I can't keep pretending it's not getting to me. It's never ending. Can't give you what you need. Oh no, no. You're misbehaving. Yeah, it's getting to me. It's never ending. You can give anything, so you can go, go, go. Go, 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 go. Yeah, so I can focus. I just need to focus on myself. Oh, you better go, go, go. Go, 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 go. Yeah, so I can focus. I just need to focus on myself. Yeah, so you can go, go, go. Go, 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 go. So I can focus. I just need to focus on myself. Yeah. You better go, go, go. Go, 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 go. So I can focus. I just need to focus on myself, baby, baby.
Yeah. What's happening, peoples? What's Bam. Okay. What's up, folks? Good morning. How's everyone doing? Maybe some of y'all good afternoon, but y'all messing with the clocks. I do not know why you guys still insist on messing with the clocks. I think everybody in the whole United States should email the congressman and tell him to get rid of daylight saving time. It absolutely sucks. See, all the usual folks are here. Good morning, everyone. I see we have a brand new person to the channel. That is Supreme Gecko. Looking forward to seeing him because yesterday wanted to do a channel review and Miss D pulled it up and then there's bugs and she was like, nah, I'm out of here. So I told him to come by today and I would help him out, get a channel review going because that was pure comedy. Like, we were out here dying, right? Do not show Miss D bugs, okay? Gangster on the sidewalk, she might beat him down. Bug, game over. Anyone else who's brand new to the party, make sure you let us know that you're new around here. I have my special guest today, one of my favorite Canadians in the building. So we're going to get started because we have a lot to bring you today. I don't want to waste too much time. I just want to remind you folks, if you're new around here, let us know in the comments so that the LGL family can say hello. They're all in there saying hello to everybody. They're all saying hello to me. That is our crew. So yes, welcome to the squad. Michelle, that's you, Ma. And then also, if you watch this on replay, let us know right in the comments that you're watching on replay, catching the replay squad, whatever the case may be. Just let us know so that we can make sure that if you need something, somebody will be there to attend you. Just think about it. You're on vacation, and the LGL family, we are working at the spa. We are here to help you out. We will get you straight. So that's good. I'm going to have to go straight in and say aloha, aloha. I can't speak English. Aloha, good morning, and hey, howdy, hey, or whatever the heck Canadians say to my homegirl, Liz. What's up, Liz? Ching.
Hey.
See?
No, we just say hi. I just say hi.
Okay.
I'm basic.
I just want to, let me back you out just a little bit. We got like all the Liz in there. Okay.
All the lids. Oh, got really lighting issues. Wait, wrong way, Liz.
No, that's good. Actually, that little flare stuff doesn't bother me, but we're going to cover all of that stuff today, and I can show you how to calm that down. And you probably have this stuff around. Some of us, we got to go and look for it, but the advantages of being a female is you probably have exactly what you need in a shoebox.
I think you're giving me too much credit. You forget that I'm also like a dirty construction worker.
You are a construction worker, and they did probably come in your construction boots, so it doesn't matter because they come in my Adidas. No. It just depends on if you throw the boxes away. I do not throw my boxes away.
Next time you have me, I'm going to come like in construction gear.
Oh, with the hat? I'm down.
Sure.
Do work. I actually have my construction hat in the other room over there. But yeah, I do keep my red. I have an orange construction hat with the little red thing around the outside that I use. But it's you know what? I taped it back in my room. But we call it like 1D paper because it's one mark paper. But basically, when you get a fresh shoes, or sometimes you get a sweater or something, and it comes with that thin tissue paper that's basically white, not slightly tinted, you can take that. If that bulb is an LED and doesn't generate heat, you can just take a little piece of it and just tape it right over the front, and then it will create a softbox effect, and then it won't don't want to jump out and get you. So like when I look at this little guy, just all this little silicone piece is the same smell. You know what I mean? It's doing the exact same thing. So yeah, that's how you can still keep the light there, but calm it down so that you don't don't catch the house on fire.
I love it. I love it.
You can also have your kid just hold the light. that way,
I know.
That way she's not on TikTok or being surrounded by cats on the couch. That was super funny when you did that. I'm like, she's probably going to be super mad at you. Mom, why did you post me?
They actually really love it. Like, they think it's really fun when they crash my live streams and stuff.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, good. That way they won't, some of them, they get mad, because they have a reputation to upkeep. So that's my niece right there. How you doing, Miss I? Good to see you here. Okay, I got to fix this. I do this every week, and I was so busy doing other stuff. And actually, I'll be honest, I was busy listening to Daryl Eves. So
is he in Clubhouse?
No, he was in YouTube because he's doing a thing for the people that, got the book and whatnot. So I was busy messing with that. Let's try this again properly. There we go, Miss I. Good to see you here, as always. Okay, so Liz, we want to talk about a couple of things. First of all,
let's do it.
Just in case there's folks around here that does not know who the Queen of Clubhouse is, can you tell little folks about Miss Liz?
Hi, I'm Liz. I'm just Liz. Okay, so I have a YouTube channel. I started my YouTube channel just over a year ago. It was a journey. It was a whole thing. I'm into it. I'm totally happy with how it went. I'm totally happy with everything I learned. I love helping people get on YouTube. My superpower is selling and converting customers. So that's a big part of what I do. I don't know. And I hang out on Clubhouse.
There you go. Okay, so you come from like glossy retail, right? Right?
Yeah. So before I had kids, my professional career was luxury retail. So
see, that's the word. Where I got glossy retail from, I have zero idea, but it sounded good.
Yeah. So if you're a lady and you are desiring a handbag, I am the human who you would. That was me. Or if you were a man and had to buy an I'm sorry present for your wife, that was also me. But yeah, so I run $40 million a year stores, 50 staff, and sales. We sell stuff. We make
No,
the
I'm
people happy.
cracking up that if you had to buy a I'm sorry present for your wife, because like, gang, most of us have been there at some point in time.
Hi, Kombucha.
Yo, what's up, Kim? Good to see you here. I'm sorry, I'm being Virgo and tweaking all of my things. Okay, so
Do it.
in a way, I think that helps you. Like I
Yeah.
come from retail too, but I come from nerd retail. I did
Yeah, because you're
have a
from
little,
Apple.
yeah, and I did have a
Yeah.
little high in
You're
retail
luxury
in the
retail.
fact I
Don't get
sold.
it twisted.
Actually, that is so true. I didn't think
So
about
true.
that, but that is so true. And prior to that, I
Mm-hmm.
sold Toyotas, Chevrolets, and even in the Toyota side, I mostly pushed Lexus because that's where the paper was. And I mostly in the Chevy side, I worked on Corvettes and fleet cars. I tried not to
Right.
sell like little teeny like, oh look, someone wants to buy a Malibu. Yeah, nope. I was about Corvettes and Leeds cars, big trucks with lots of wheels and things like that. So yeah, I guess it's the same, and I think that helps because one of the first comments that comes up, and again, we're going to talk on this too because you're like me, you're a mindset phenom, like. It was like, I'm shy. I don't want to be on camera. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. There's a whole lot of I don't want us, but yet they want to.
Yeah, right.
So I think coming from sales, we're a little better at that because we're just used to talking to strangers.
That's right.
And,
Yeah. So that for me, like, was not a hiccup. Like, I was like literally talking to strangers is my superpower.
and you have teenagers, which is the same as talking to strangers because they get to a certain age. I just discovered because my niece just turned 11. And
Oh yeah.
0 to 11, Uncle is her best friend. Nobody she wants to kick it with more. Now she's like, yeah, I want to go to Uncle's house. She comes over TikTok. I'm like, Ems, let's do XYZ. Nope. Ems, let's go out and shoot some video. Nope. And I'm like, before she had the camera, she like tripod. Hey, can we go outside? Let's go. Now she's like, no, I want to draw these anime characters on this game. I forgot what it's called. These little
But that's
tiny,
super cool. That's super
those
cool.
these little tiny people. I forgot what it's called. She plays it like religiously.
Minecraft or something? Is
No,
it
it's not Minecraft. I know what Minecraft is.
not
It's more like a.
Among Us? Is it Among Us?
No, I'm gonna find out because they're cool. Was she gems or something like that? But anyway,
Oh.
it drives me crazy because now that's all she wants to do, and she no longer wants to be Uncle's friend. And even yesterday, I needed her to help me shoot my my vlog with my ZV1 and stuff. And she's like, "Okay, come on, all right, can we go? I gotta go back. I gotta FaceTime my friends." And I'm just like, little kid, what happened to the fun little kid? Now she doesn't
Oh my
want to be my
God,
friend.
that's so funny.
She does brag to her friends though that I have almost
Uh-huh.
10,000 subscribers on YouTube. To her, that
I
part
know,
makes me a rock.
congratulations.
That makes me a rock star. To her, other than that, it's like, oh, Marco made a TikTok video and like 180 people watched it. And I'm like, come on, kid, come on, you're blowing me up. I'm getting blown up by an 11-year-old. It's kind of funny. Yes, Michelle. When I first got out the military, I didn't know what I wanted to do for like a real job. So I worked at a Toyota and Chevy dealership for about 4, maybe 5 years. It was fantastic money, but I just got sick of it, because they wanted me to push stuff on folks, and I'm not a pushy salesperson. Here,
Yeah,
I'm
that's the
trying to
key,
tweak
I
it
think,
out.
to being an exceptional salesperson, though.
Yes, true, absolute true story. That was 100% true.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And the other, oh, go ahead. Go
no,
ahead.
go ahead. You go ahead. You're Liz,
I was
man. I'm
gonna
here.
say,
They
'cause
see
you did
me
trucks
8
and
times a
stuff.
week. They sick of me.
Well, because you did trucks and I did expensive things too, that were much less like realistic to buy, but they were still a lot of money. What was I gonna say? Didn't you always notice too, like if you're a really good salesperson, the person who looks like they don't have money is always the person who like really has the money. Like the guy who
100%.
comes in with like, dirty clothes, he's paying cash for a
100%.
big truck.
100%.
Right?
Yes,
Yeah.
that even describes my dad. Like we would go someplace and like people would look at he comes in his jeans and t-shirt looking like he fresh off the boat, and people would kind of like look at him like sideways, and then he'll like, okay, I need to buy like 8 of these, and they're like, really? That yeah, that was my
Yeah.
dad. Or he'll reach into the back of the car and pull like $150,000 camera out. and they're like, what is this? But that was part of the trick because no one bothers him. Even to this day, like when he would go fly his drone, you know, they would give people trouble. He would pack all the parts into, well, you guys know a CVS. Here we still call Longs, but it's CVS. It's the same thing. He'll pack all of the parts into a Longs bag, have like a little block of cheese and a little flask with wine in it, and he'll go to the beach where if you bring the drone box, people will harass you. They just see this old man, they pay him no attention, and then he's like click, click, click.
Yeah, he's doing all the things he wants.
It's so funny. Like, and no one pays him any attention. But if the kids are out there flying drones, everyone loses their mind because they think people want to spy on them. And I'm like, you're not that hot. Back up. I'm not thinking about you. I'm trying to get ocean waves or see the dolphins or something.
Yeah.
Let me see what Joel says. He worked in the parts department of the Chevy dealer. Yeah, there you go. Hey. And then I knew this about Steve. I know that Steve did some work at the Toyota plant in Aichi, Nagoya, where Toyota actually lives. So that's pretty dope. Thank you, lead attorney. I will get to those questions in just a second. So I did put you with a star, so we'll come back and answer your question. And some of my community members might just tie you up because that's just how they are. They're very helpful too. What's up, Coach Frenchie? Good to see you here. And remember, Coach Frenchie, you are awesome. I love Coach Frenchie. Yeah, he's the greatest. Okay, so when we last talked, we were talking about Clubhouse and things that people can do. And then you were like, okay, I'm on a mission to get my channel started again and start firing it up. And you're doing all the things. And then all of a sudden, Liz made a new channel.
Yeah, Liz did. Yeah, because all my, you know what? But like we talk about this in Clubhouse too, right? Like people are in the rooms, they're getting all the feedback, and then they're not doing any of the things. And so I'm in the rooms, listening to all the feedback, hearing all the coaching, and I was like, and my channel, like Shelly, Shelly saves the day, right? She
saves everything.
Yeah, and she's like, you couldn't probably make it worse. Like you talk about YouTube, which is like super high stress and like difficult and stuff. And then you throw in a meditation. Like Liz, you couldn't be on two different extremes. So I made one channel for all Liz manifests things and does that. And then I have another channel for YouTube.
This is your YouTube channel.
Which I still need to work on this, you guys. I know I need to like separate playlists.
No, but see, okay. One thing you did on your playlist here that I'm gonna give you props for too, and where's my bug fam over here, Supreme Gecko. Make sure you pay attention to all of this too. Even though I'm explaining this to Liz, this kind of covers you. Michelle has stepped her game up a lot, so she's in there. What's up, Vin? I just noticed that Vin slid in here with a different icon, so I didn't know. What's up, Mr. Woon? All right, cool. Everyone's here. So a lot of you guys who just getting your channels going, you pay attention to this stuff because it kind of relates to everyone, not just Super Liz over here. So one of the things that you did, and I know this is how I know you've been moderating the YouTube Clubhouse rooms, because you did one thing a lot of YouTubers don't do, and this is fire. You rename your playlist to things that will affect you, right? Things that make it easier for people to see, but it doesn't just say uploads and popular videos and recent videos, because that's not serving anyone. It barely serves YouTube. I don't know why they do that, but I'm glad you did this.
I look at YouTube the same way I look at, like, so when I was in retail, if say a luxury store was opening in Canada, I would be the person who they would hire me, and then I would open the store. Like I would create the brand presence in like my province for a luxury brand when they were just moving to Canada. So setting up a store, like I get that. Like I get merchandising, I get making it make sense to your customer, like all of those things. So for me, when I started getting traction in the YouTube space, I was like, hold on, this is just a store. Like this is literally just a store that needs to be merchandised so it makes sense to our customers. We're doing it differently, but it's this exact same mental concept of customer conversion, right? Because, we say customer conversion in retail, or in a store or at a dealership, but in YouTube, we would say, getting subscribers. You're still just like converting them to want to be a part of what you're doing.
Well,
So
it's
I
just the subscriber too.
understand.
It's CTR. It's your click-through rate, right? You want them to see
Yeah.
this stuff and get in, like YouTube Shorts help. Click. Okay, I can tell you right now, most LGL people are going to watch this because in the Veda challenge we have coming up, a lot of us are going to do shorts. So
Yeah.
you're going to want to come over, press this button, and watch 13 minutes of Liz.
Mhm.
It's cool.
And it's funny, like that shorts video, it's the same thing even in that shorts video, kind of everything, like my core motivating factor behind why I make content that's YouTube related isn't like, you're going to blow up in like 1 hour, you'll have 1 million subscribers. For me, it's more, how do you convert people to your message? Like I only have 1,000 subscribers, just over 1,000 subscribers, but I just yet again got hired by somebody. So like,
Okay,
for
back
me,
that
I'm
up.
like,
Speak on that one more again.
okay. So for me and YouTube, I love talking about YouTube because, and helping people grow their presence on YouTube, because the way that I see YouTube is you are converting people into your brand. So I have a client, I manage her YouTube because I understand the merchandising of the store, which is like making playlists, and all of my playlists actually have SEO in them too, right? So they work with YouTube. But it's also about like when you read a playlist, which that channel you just showed, I still have to work on it. Everybody, so come back in a couple weeks and see the new channel. I have to tweak it up because I've separated. But when you title a playlist, like you need to have SEO. So whatever your keywords are. So if it's like food to feed your gecko, like I don't know what those keywords would be. You'd have to like search in the Google bar, but you need to put those words in there. But you also have to, from your heart, tell a human being what you're delivering them. So when I do my shorts playlist, which I will set up, it's like on my to-do list for this week, it'll be like YouTube shorts, everything you need to know to connect with the audience you crave using YouTube shorts. So when I teach YouTube shorts, and I'm really pretty passionate about YouTube shorts from like a sales perspective, if we go back to like converting customers, AKA getting subscribers, if you're making YouTube shorts, and like if you have a puppy dog short, it's going to go on the short shelf. You're going to get 50 million subscribers. Like I could smash a car with one of my excavators and make that a short, and that would blow up on the short shelf, right? So let's say I do that. Let's say I smash a car with one of my excavators and that blows up on the short shelf and I got 500,000 subscribers from that. How many of those 500,000 subscribers are also people who want to grow a YouTube channel or do meditation? And that's the kind of like, so when I teach shorts, I'm like, you've got to get your shorts in front of the people who want what you're selling big picture.
Yes.
Right? So if your short gets 500 views, you didn't fail. You don't have a bad short. If if you got 50 of those people to subscribe, that short was perfect because those are your ideal human beings and you converted them. And we get so confused by like view count and subscriber count when we need to be thinking about like, are we connecting with our humans and building our message? And so that's where I do that well and now get paid consistently onboarding humans.
That is
for the
fire.
message.
Okay, first of all, 100% fire. Gang. Let me explain this to you. I hope you paid all the way attention to what Liz just said. All the way attention. Because, first of all, pure fire contact. Second of all, you have got to be connecting with your humans. You have to be thinking about it from an onboarding perspective. And Liz just nailed it. And, okay, this is probably the most sexist comment that will ever come out of my mouth, considering I'm a man that grew up in a house with 7 women and I know better, but hey, I can't think of a better way to say it. Do you understand? Okay, first of all, YouTube people would tell you be polarizing, but not necessarily in an a-hole way. Be polarizing in a good way. Do you understand exactly how cute and how beast mode it is to hear Lil Liz say, oh, imagine if I smashed your car with my excavator? I'm like, Oh God, that is just pure fire. First of
I
all,
know.
dead solid correct. Yes, it will be a viral video instantly, but
Mhm.
it's funny because it's
I should
very
make that video.
it's
That's so
very
fun.
empowering. It's very beast mode, but then it's just extra cute coming out of your face. Imagine if I smashed his car with my excavator, and then I know there's a
know.
whole bunch of ex-girlfriends that would just follow you. None of mine, by the way. I'm good like that. I don't have any enemies, but man, that would be a fire video, but yeah, that's the kind of video that are short-lived, people. So one thing which Liz is saying in that context is don't just do weird stuff hoping that there's some viral videos. That concept of viral chasing was always ignorant. And again, I don't have a better explanation. So I myself find the only way to describe this slightly offensive, but please take the info, not the offensive
Hey
statement.
man, I'm still a construction worker, and I'm with guys pretty much like all the time.
No,
so I feel like you're
mean,
a snitch.
I mean, in a snitch. Did you say I was a snitch?
No, I said you're safe. You're safe.
Oh, I thought you said I was a snitch. I'm like, I didn't snitch yet.
I hear some things on construction sites.
No. What I mean is, I used to tell people, don't try to go viral. You want to go cancer because viral is curable. And that's a hard statement because that's unfortunately I myself have lost many of friends to that piece of crap disease, but it's something that helps people understand. And so I don't like to say that too often because I can't think of a better way. I will one day polish that to a better way. But viral it happens and you're boom, 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 and it's gone. Now you think about all of those people who had viral videos back in the day. They ended up on Ellen or Oprah or some show talking about like how great this is. And how many of them are still tubing today? None. Zero. Nix,
and then they're
9,
chasing
nil.
that high. And since they've set their like, this is my self-worth, level, like that I went viral one time and I'll never be able to reach that self-worth level again. And then they're like destructive to themselves. Like,
Correct.
I mean,
Correct.
how many millions of people who are like one-hit wonders that we can like bring up. So yeah, so if you watch my shorts videos, they're about converting your ideal people. So I'm not going to promise you, I will promise you right now, live, a like million view short. Get yourself some baby animals and get them to do really cute things. Boom, you win. That's like not helping you. That's not
going to help you with your
your
channel. And I tell people this too, Liz. I say, what? If I can get, one of my celebrity friends to, humble brag, damn it, take it. If I can get one of my celebrity friends to come on the channel and like shout me out, it would be great. But it's not good for my channel because I'll get a bump, but it's not going anywhere. I did radio for over 10 years. I hosted like almost every rap star from the 80s. I opened a lot of those acts with my own group. Like I have a lot of friends that I could just call and get to come on the channel. Like I could probably call Chuck D.
I mean, we could do a
Public
private
Enemy.
hangout.
But that's not going to do anything for my channel. And I know this because I had a famous person shout out my channel once, and it shot a video to almost 700,000 views, but they didn't convert to subscribers. So I just got a bunch of vanity views, which at the time I knew better, so I didn't care. So I don't think people understand that, like even getting the hookup or the shout out from Daryl Eves or, Nick Nimmin or whatever, it doesn't really do anything. Like it's good if they're coming to give advice to your viewers that your viewers can use to convert. But in the same token, I would just as well have Liz on because she just did it. It's all fresh in her brain. And she says a boat and sorry. So, and her kid throws stuff while we're live. I'm joking. I'm joking. Okay, so Supreme Gecko, I do want to touch on this real quick with you, brother. You're going to hear this over and over again, and you're not going to want to listen because I did it. Trust me, I did it for 14 and a half years. You cannot make a single channel about two topics.
I gotta bring up Supreme Gecko's channel now. I won't freak out like our girl Diana did.
I will bring it up as well, so then we
Okay,
can
bring it up.
But yeah, you just do not want to do that. It sounds logical. It sounds like you can do it. I thought I'm Doc Rock. Again, I'm a celebrity in Hawaii. Outside of Hawaii, nobody gives a rip. I'm pretty much a pseudo minor celebrity in the Apple tech space because I worked at Apple, been on, MB Double a bunch of times, wrote for AOL, wrote for TUAW. Towards the end, got a couple articles published on Engadget. Like, in the Mac tech space, I'm a known quantity. And I just thought, like, I didn't care about your little thing, YouTube. I can do any of this stuff, and I don't really need you. I'm going to do it my way, and people will like my tech content with my travel content, with my tea content, with my steak grilling content, with my dating content, with my Moleskine content, and blah, 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 blah. Didn't work. 14 and a half years, stuck at about 2,000 subscribers randomly over 14 and a half years. April of this year, I focused one thing and one thing only. From 2,000 to almost 9,000 in April, May, June, July, August. Oh, you know what? It's 11 months. Hello, it's March right now. I didn't even know why I had to count that. 11 months, I went from like 2,000, 2,500 to almost 9,000 because I decided to do what? Focus.
One thing. Yeah.
One thing. All right, let's check out Mr. Gecko's channel.
Um,
And I am super interested in isopods. I think they're dope. I can't show this in my house on the TV. My old lady will freaking kill me. But the thumbnails, like Ms. D said yesterday, are good. I like that.
yeah, I don't see multiple topics, but I only see that one playlist.
Well, there's reptile food.
Saving money on reptile food, which Supreme Gecko, just so you know, saving $signs on reptile food, nobody's searching that in the search bar. So you are getting no SEO valuation for that.
So you got to change it to the actual word money.
You have to change it to the actual word food. I love your $signs. I think it's cute. I think it's catchy. I think you were unique. It ain't helping.
Dude,
Mwah.
he looks like an actor. I forgot which actor. He looks like Brian Cox, maybe. He kind of looks like an actor.
I mean, he's got some, man, I see why Diana was like low-key freaking out. Like there's some,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Okay. I'm checking out the titles. Rare, you know what? Do I have my channel analytics turned on? Let me do this real quick. Okay, so you got a spike right here. What did you do in May?
What did he do?
In May to get it popped off in May 14. Wait. Oh, March. I don't know why I said May. So I think 2 weeks ago, it was either this or this channel, this one right here. This is the video that kind of spiked the channel a little bit. You're getting decent views for your videos. So you're doing really good there. You're at 6,000, but I think we can definitely get you to 10,000 easy. I would make sure in the thumbnails, find the consistent groove and follow. So that way, if I'm scrolling fast, I see a colorway, I know it's you, right? Don't dip back and forth between multiple colorways. That's going to mess you up. So yeah, I like the white, black, and red, like your Supreme Gecko is there. I think that's dope. But where your confusion is I'm assuming just from looking at this, you're trying to go between Gecko and then all of a sudden isopods, or are you thinking about the isopods as well? Isopods can be Gecko food, because I know here in Hawaii we have.
I thought it was Gecko food. I thought this was all still the same topic. I thought this was still all things geckos.
Well, so if it's all things geckos, then Gecko food makes sense. That works.
Yeah.
So that's not really two things. So I know in Hawaii we have geckos everywhere because we have B-52 level cockroaches that fly, and it freaks everyone out.
This is why I live in Canada. This is when I think it'd be great to live somewhere else, and then I'm like, you know what we don't have in Canada?
Cockroaches.
We don't have bugs. Minus 40 and bugs are.
That's what I say. It's too freaking cold. You need to come to the tropics. But yeah, I mean, your channel itself, I mean, you have things right. I would do something with this, this bar. I would make it closer to like your avatar and you can have a picture up here if it's muted. But if you notice, like when we see here on Liz's channel, she has to put some stuff in here, like upload schedule needs to go in here. But like,
Yeah, and I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna cut down the wording, so it's just gonna say "create the life you crave."
now
because my
you're
son got
speaking.
blocked.
Now you're speaking my language. Yes, I'm all about
And this I
as
have to
few
change.
words
Like,
as possible.
yeah, this whole thing is gonna kind of get a refresh because I'm gonna pull off all the mindset content and then come back and tweak this channel out. But yes. But jump back over to Mindfully Inspired for a second because Gecko's missing, or he has an opportunity to do Channelytics.
Yeah.
So those keywords, like I saw
right
you
here,
had
yeah.
some keywords. Yeah, but if you just if you go find like 10 channels that are your niche neighbors, and I would find the ones who have the most subscribers and then find out what their channel
there you go
names
again
are.
with these nice words like niche neighbors.
That's somebody else's words. I borrowed it.
That's a good
I think
word.
that's from Shelly.
Okay, I like that. Okay, let me tell you about keywords in your channel, player. This is how you keyword channels. There's no limit. It's not like a video. You can put as many as you want, as long as your channel is really doing that. So people, all of you guys, LGL fam, soup to nuts, do not be afraid to go cray on your channel keywords, okay? It is very important, especially if you're hitting the stuff that you talk about. So that helps. Going in here and pumping my channel keywords did a lot. It did a lot. So my boy here, he got 367. This is not poker, man.
Because I think when
you can go way hard.
Like that's a punch in to your YouTube search bar, like how to take care of a gecko, and like everything is going to come up, right? Because that's really like ultimately if I'm guessing, tell me if I'm lying, but ultimately converting your customer, connecting, conversion, building relationships. I feel like what you're really doing is you're offering support because you know so well about caring for geckos. And what you're ultimately doing is adding support to human beings who are trying to learn how to care for their geckos and be like great gecko mommies or daddies or however you want to say it.
Okay, I want you to check this out real quick. Okay, see, all these people are right here. They might be doing some decent stuff, but this thumbnail catches me. The gecko mistakes, right? And this is
264,000 subscribers.
Yeah, this person comes from doc school. Little words is possible, big words. Like I print my stuff because I don't have my cable near to connect my phone. We're looking at the pewter right here. When you see this bad boy in phone view, it don't have that same je ne sais quoi, you know? You're going to want to, let me see, can I make it do phone? No, I need to install a browser fake thing that let me fake the phone look real quick. Because on the phone, this ain't going to be readable. How long you take to hatch that's not going to be readable. Like, all of these thumbnails are horrible in this entire page except for that one. More eggs, kind of okay. This entire niche right here has no thumbnail juice at all. Like I am like way scrolled down the page, and there's another one that's decent. Okay, this whole niche has horrible thumbnails. So Supreme Gecko, you can murder it just on thumbnail juice alone, because that's nice. The rest of them, useless. So don't feel that you need to spell it all out in the thumbnail because you have a title. The thumbnail is a book cover, right? It's a big title, movie poster, big title, shock and awe. Not a lot of extra stuff. Movie posters are bad because they put a lot of writing, but you almost want to think like an album cover or a book cover. It's just a big title, boom. And the cool part about this, you don't need to put the author's name because they already know where they're at. So, my favorite one so far is this red and white one right here, where it says Rare Gecko Unboxing on this Show Me Reptiles thing. I would have put the Show Me and Reptiles all in one side and, covered this side, right? Sorry, every time I touch it, it wants to move. I would have covered you holding the camera, I would have just had the person on this side with the reptile, and then I would have just had to show me reptiles like real big, almost like the half Canva thing. I like this 40,000 watt. That's kind of dope. I'd make that part bigger. You only need to see a little bit of the box. The box is not really important. Yeah, and then go back and please go back and reflush all of your old stuff. Fix your titles, fix your thumbnails. When you go in,
a lot to do.
make sure
I have to do it too. Yeah,
make
you're
sure,
not alone.
dude, there is so much money in old content. I was mind blown. Right? Okay. Oh,
Really?
here we go. Here's where we're going to fight. Okay, Supreme Gecko, me and you, we about to get into it. This is not helping you. This is where you get money, right? I went back and re-optimized old videos. This is us live, but even look at my description for the live video, and I haven't even gone back and filled anything out, right? Let me find something that I recently did that's not a live stream. I know what to do. Hello, ding dong. All you need to do is click on Do Croc. And then let me click on this. And then let's peel out a description. This is where you live. That's the description. The reason why, and I know you all are thinking the same thing I be thinking back in the day before I got TubeBuddy. Nobody read that. Yes, nobody read that. But does the robot read it? Yes. The thing that people love to call the algorithm, does it read it? All day. It read it with a cup of tea and it's sitting under a nice, cozy gravity blanket. It reads all of that.
Well, you see, I'm going to disagree with you for half a hot minute. I'm going to agree with you and disagree with you at the same time. The algorithm,
that's a Canadian thing, but go ahead.
Half a hot minute. The algorithm is reading all the things. Yes, they are. And then this is where so I do, I set up channels for people now for brands because they don't understand the merchandising of the store. So when you're putting in that work in that description box and it looks juicy and vibrant and something's happening in there, then people are like, oh, you're in business. You're an actual real YouTuber. I can trust you. And so that's why you want to have it for the algorithm. Probably not a lot of people are going to really read it unless you really suck them in. But when they open it and they see that you showed up to work that day, you showed up to do a job because you filled out that box and you've made it look professional, they're going to buy into you. And that's what's going to make them click that subscribe button, amongst a million other things.
Yeah. Okay, so Supreme Gecko, you're right. You're right in the sense that they're related, and I think you might be able to pull the top. But I think in your case, if we are correct in assuming that the reason why you're doing isopods because that's the food for geckos, then you are speaking on it as food for geckos. The fact that they're isopods is secondary, not primary, and then therefore it's the same. It's not tangential. And yeah, I'm with you, Miss Eileen. When did Marshall Fox get up in here?
I don't know Marshall Fox.
No, oh, you should. He's a designer supreme. He's the man. He actually.
Okay.
He actually generated this. The Let's Get Live logo is mostly Marshall Fox, and then my brother made my icon. So.
Well, he's got a lovely smile.
Oh, you don't even know. He's like 800 pounds of swagger in like a 150-pound body. You can't dig a bunch of shallow holes and expect to strike oil. That is dope. That is dope. Yeah, and Mr. Camera Junkie is correct. He's on mobile. All right. I appreciate you taking a note, Supreme Junkie. That is very. Oh, Miss D came on just in time to see the bugs. The whole reason why we hear Miss D is because of you. Gecko. Oh, but see, the isopods as pets.
Isopods are pets?
No, I'm cool with the bugs. I don't care. I'm a soldier.
Isopods
but I'm just
trying.
I don't think they can sit on the same channel, though. I just don't. Now, if you back your niche all the way back up to just the different pets, or I won't say strange because that's disingenuous to them. But unlikely pets, maybe. And then you can add reaction videos to other people that have unlikely pets. But if you got all of this traction already on geckos, I think adding the isopods is a whole different look. And I'm not saying that you can't do it. I don't think you can. I think you need to find a way to possibly pull that into 2 separate channels. I think 2 channels deeper would go better, unless you find a way to get buy-in from your community. And you could always ask your community, do they mind having both, or would they have one or the other? Because here's a funny story. I didn't even think about this. Stick with me, Supreme Gecko. My other half, terrified of the bugs. So the isopods would freak her out. Okay? But she can handle geckos.
Yeah.
Her sister, my niece's mom, completely terrified of lizards, as she called them. It's a gecko or an null here. But she can handle the bugs. So I'm just thinking in my family, and not that my family's normal, they're very strange. Okay, I'm gonna put they're extremely weird. But
you're live right now.
Yeah, luckily
they can hear you.
They're not watching. Uh-oh. I just heard a loud thunderous noise though. That was kind of scary. Yeah, it's so weird. Seriously, Karen can do the lizards. Nana and her mom, Setsuko, they can't do the lizards. But both of them can kind of sort of deal with bugs. They're afraid of them, but they'll at least hit it. Karen turns into Medusa when she sees a bug. It's like, can you come get this thing? I can't move. I'm not going to 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 move. And because she's just afraid that if she moves, it's going to try to run up her leg. So I think that's where the challenge might come in, because it can't just be them. Because look what you did to Miss D. You broke Miss D. Miss D is solid titanium, with an attitude. And she was like, oh my goodness, he showed me the bugs. I am going to get beat up in the company meeting. Yes, the Channelytics Kevin is coming from TubeBuddy.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's dope. Supreme Gecko, I'm saying I think you could do it, but you got to talk to your community, because I do think that they're different enough that it might be hard. But hey, I'm going to stay watching, because I want to know how you're able to do, because you got a decent following right now at 6,500. You are on the come up. So yeah, I don't want you to make a drastic change and mess anything up, but I do want you to be cognizant of what you're attempting to do is a little bit difficult. Marshall, if you ever come up on my stream again, someone as talented, incredible Mr. Fox, and tell me you got 4 keywords on your channel, I will come to Baltimore myself.
Because he's got that smile. He just puts that smile on all his thumbnails, and people are like,
sexy back.
Yeah. That is not, Marshall, that is not right. I thought we was friends. Miss D, can you just send him a picture of you staring at him as to why he got 4 keywords on his channel? That is foul.
Okay, so what's the ideal amount, do you think? Because I think 20.
All the ones that matter.
20 in your stuffing.
All the ones that matter. Because no, stuffing is horrible. Never stuff. So it has to be stuff that your channel is actually about. But your channel, just in the mindset game alone, I could probably pull out 30 keywords, right? They say Instagram, the magic number is 30. So test 30, I don't think it matters, because nobody's really looking at it. It doesn't really show up unless you have Channelytics turned on. It's not something that people can physically see. So you're not spamming the eyeballs. But you are telling the search engine and the algorithm what you are about. So when you go in there and you say hey, I am about that life, you want to put all of that stuff in there and explain it. And because Marshall is a designer, he got 300-400 keywords he can go after.
Well, and the other thing, back to Supreme Gecko, and this is just what I did. So when it was time for me to split my channel, and I knew I really needed to split my channel, if you just check your analytics are going to tell you. So if you look, the 2 key things that were factors for me in deciding, and I'm going to screw it up now because Liz is ADD and gets distracted easily, but I did a video on it on my channel. So I only looked at the math, which I feel like I choose to play Diana's voice in the back of my mind like 24 hours a day because I think she's the smartest human and I'm her biggest fan, as she knows, because I fangirl over her all the time. But I listen to the analytics and math doesn't lie. So what I did is I went back and looked at my videos that my notification bell had the highest response to. So then I knew that's what my subscribers were coming back to watch my channel for, if that makes sense. And then there's another one that skipped my mind. But start there. I would start with, and that's truly what I did. I started with the notification bell, when my subscribers were coming and when they weren't.
Did
and
you
then
see
that's
who's
what
here? We were talking about her, and then she showed
we were
up.
talking
Okay,
about you.
We were just talking about you. I got to get my language together. We were just
talking
talking about you. And about Liz saying how she took your inspiring words and got in there and kind of focused. And yeah, since Shelly is here, she's probably commented about people with the with the other comments. And Marshall says he's 174 pounds.
I'm bringing sexy back.
Yeah. So that's super funny. Well, Shelly, first of all, good to have you here because, you probably know more about this than any of us, but we were just trying to tell Supreme Gecko that I think we should just separate the geckos and the isopods. Number one, the geckos will try to eat them. And number two, I just think that I know that in my family, my Okinawans will like half of the channel and can't stand to see the other half of the channel. So
I actually unlisted my old content that was like mindset and meditation, and because I still had that content, I uploaded it onto the new channel. So I had done like a 10-minute meditation.
Unlist or private, but never delete. And if you have to go one or the other, unlist is probably better. But don't delete. And
then I just repurpose some of the content. And I still have to go through the process of it. Like this has all been over the last I think 3 weeks I launched the channel.
You're just
Not
like
even.
Kat. You, Kat, and Keely be with the process. I gotta ask Rob now if Rob says process too. I just realized that you, Kat, and Keely all with it's a process. You guys process. Never mind. I want to get in trouble.
Shelly, is it process or process? Shelly, Diana.
Wait, how did she come up with two different colored thumbnails? And they're both
She
Shelly
was on
Saves
one
the
of her
Day.
7 channels.
Oh man, see, we over here telling Shelly dang funny.
Shelly Slays the Day? How do I not know about this channel?
Oh no, right? I like it though.
I feel like she could kick my
we
butt and
are
get more
out
content
here
done.
trying to tell Kim folks to make one channel and focus, and the lady with 85 channels just rolls up in here, switch thumbnails midstream.
That's what I did to Diana yesterday. She's
she
like,
is kind of a beast. Dude, especially, okay, Supreme Gecko, now we about to fight again. Especially if the isopod channel thing is banging right now, to definitely make another one and murder it. Because I can tell you right now, looking at what I saw from the other people in the gecko space, none of them had thumbnail juice. Not a single one of them. They all were horrible. Let me check this. ISO.
I still don't understand isopods as pets.
Because it freaks everyone out. They're just gigantic, big Madagascar level bugs. Okay, let me check this real quick. Yeah, they're pretty huge.
Are they? Oh God, no, Diana, help.
Okay, I'm gonna stop real quick, real fast for anybody dies. These guys right here again, Supreme Gecko.
God.
Nobody in your niche. Okay, they're gone. Nobody in your niche has decent thumbnails at all. So you could murder that niche just by good thumbnails because they all have horrible thumbnails, and they freaked out Liz and Miss D. Miss D just parked her car just now and trying to book a ticket to come to Hawaii to slap me and then go back to where she was going.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna manifest it getting down to minus 25 tonight, just to make sure we kill anything that could potentially live like that here. And no.
Okay, Supreme Gecko. Now that we killed Liz, do what Miss Liz said. First of all, thank you for the super chat before I forget to say that. So, yes, let's do that.
How you like that?
And then my little Blackpink move. Unlist them and then download them with Downy or PullTube or something that's dope. Move them all over to the new channel. Find your keywords. If you don't already have TubeBuddy, and I'm not sure if you do or not, I'm just gonna put this there for those who don't. If you don't already have TubeBuddy, make sure you get it and use that to help you flush out the description. Just follow the Miss Eileen's gonna tell me the name, the checklist. Best practices checklist. Just do everything the best practices checklist says. There's 13 things on the list. Nail all 13 of those and watch the numbers just do one of these.
And 14, because I bet they don't have it on the list. Make some isopod shorts, man.
Oh, yeah.
Make some
Make some
isopods.
shorts. There you
Because
go.
people who hate the isopods are going to be like, this is the worst thing that ever happened to my life. But people who like that, like kids and
Oh,
boys.
the ones who
and
don't like it will watch it just out of, they will watch it just out of,
yeah.
yeah. Okay.
And husbands will be like, honey, look at this cool video I found.
Bruh,
Yeah,
tell me
make some
that.
shorts
Okay,
on that.
I used to get, why do you watch this pimple popper lady when it was on YouTube, right?
I know, my
And I'm
husband does
like,
that too.
because as an ex-paramedic and having busted a couple of them joints myself, like,
That's
I
so
find it
gross.
interesting. And then at first, Karen was like, ugh, but then she'd be like,
No, I don't.
oh,
want
you know, here's the reason why make the shorts, bruh. Tell me you never seen this at the movie theater at the horror movie.
No. Well, see, I don't go to the horror movies either. I'm just like, no.
Liz, get off my show. I love horror movies because it's so campy. Like, especially the campy ones. I guess because I'm pretty thorough. That doesn't bother me. But I like it because it's so campy. But I tell you what, the other one over there be with the pillow, but then she'll bend the corner down to like, look. Then the other one that's mad funny, if she's by herself. I walked in the house and I forgot what she was watching, but it's not super scary, but it's just one of those like kind of shock scary movies. And I walk in the house, we have this massive TV, right? She's standing sideways to the TV, like linked in a little bit, like looking at the window. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, the scary part's on. I'm just like, oh my God. So she'll stand up and turn sideways so she can kind of hear it and then like take a peek real quick to see when it's over. And I was like, oh my God, it's funny. Like I should TikTok that stuff. I'll get kicked out.
Do you remember? Do you remember that Will Smith one and he had the dog?
Yeah.
Do you remember that one?
Legacy. Legend. I am legend.
Okay,
Hey,
I'm telling you
Sam,
real quick.
good to see you here. I don't know how to say
Get ready to
hey
slap.
Sam in French, but she's here.
Bonjour.
Oh, there you go.
Mr.
That's the
Man?
word. Why am I stupid? I knew that. Thank you, Shelly slays the day.
I like how Shelly's like coming in. She's like, I will educate you guys. I will tell you.
Dude, I'm telling you, Shelly's my hero. I absolutely love her because she's just like me. Take no BS. Your excuses get about that far. And
I
yeah,
know.
one of my best friends in the whole world is a girl named Elise, and she reminds me of Shelly so much. Like, I think if they met each other, they would be best of friends, and I would be fired. Yeah, anyway.
Between the two of them, like hearing, Shelly in my ear and then Diana in my ear is like, it's cute. It gets me motivated. It's like, yeah, it's really good.
It gets me
And if I don't want to
going.
do something, I hear Shelly being like, no.
Supreme Gecko, that question about, like, I think when you unlist a video, I don't know, Shelly's got to correct me on this one because I don't really know because this is going to sound total a-hole, but this is just Doc. I don't give a rip about my vanity metrics because vanity metrics cause you to do stupid stuff. So I don't pay attention to them. I just don't.
Yeah, I unlisted
My vanity metric,
life.
my personal Doc Rock vanity metrics is you guys showing up on Saturday, you guys saying aloha, you guys memorizing my weird Docisms, the dumb sayings that I say, Rob's bad jokes every freaking week. That is my vanity metrics. That tickles my cockles. Like, I love to see you guys here every freaking weekend in the chat. Or, like I said to Miss D yesterday when we were doing your channel, Liz, my vanity metrics is looking at Liz's channel, seeing that since the first time she came on and we did this and I gave her advice, or she hosted Clubhouse rooms where we're sitting there for 7 hours giving people advice, that she went, had her little pencil, and she went home and fixed her process and wrote all of the things down and did all of the things, and now her channel is blowing up. That's my vanity metric. Last one, when I see a person that I gave advice to and she came and helped us out, she shared us her stuff, I shared her my stuff, we sort of collaborated, and then now she's basically moderating LSP, hanging out with Loria, now Loria's best friend, and that's Sister Kat Mulvihill in the building. When I see Kat in India and, you know, Kim Bucha and Keely murdering Ladies Night, Ladies Night, by the way, tonight, LP, Lori Petrucci, and India Delgado will be putting in the work. Yeah. When I see my people glow up, that's my vanity metric. So I don't give a rip about views. I don't give a rip about subscribers. I don't give a rip about, I don't even look at freaking analytics. I do this because I love y'all. So I'm not clout chasing. I already got clout. And that's a dick thing to say. I'll say it again. Like, I've opened up for Public Enemy, Sweet Sensation, Cover Girls, Tone Loc, Ice Cube, Ice-T, NWA as a group, NWA, all of them as individuals, New Kids on the Block, New Edition, Pebbles, Mercedes, Paula Abdul, like Janet Jackson, like the list goes on. Like, I don't need people on YouTube to go, oh, that's cool. That don't do for me at all. None of that, right? When I go on a Thursday and I watch Shelly and she says, hey, Doc, I really appreciate you, da-da-da, that's my vanity metric.
Yeah.
That's
all I care. Yeah.
The rest of that gotta go.
And a couple things. So I used to do live streams like a lot on my channel because I thought that was going to help me with watch time. Anyways, I enlisted all those. I lost the watch time for that. But since I unlisted most of my mindset content, like I'm doing it slowly, day by day. It's a process. Whatever. However we're deciding to say it.
It's a process.
Since I've been unloading that, one of my videos that is content that I want to focus on with that channel, which is one of the YouTube short videos, it's getting picked up by the algorithm. So where before the algorithm didn't know what the hell to do with my stuff because I was a friggin' hot mess and crazy, now that video is getting shown. So it's like, you might lose on your old content, but like you have to trust that like with the clarity that like momentum is going to build faster. Hey, John.
I like his avatar. That's dope. Hey, John.
I love him.
LGL fam, welcome John to the party because he's new around these parts. I am super
and he
dope.
is slaying it on his channel, you guys. He is killing it with shorts. He's killing it with like niching down and like having strategy, and his thumbnails are fire, and he's like growing so fast. So
it's dope. Happy to welcome to the party, John. Glad you're here. I'm just checking to make sure. Yeah, Marshall Downey and Pull2 both will pull the 4K clip. JFK Production, why you going? Good to see you here. Why you going? Okay, I'm checking. Salud. There you go. That's a good one.
Salud.
So, now we get the boy tarde mi amis. That means something about the, good afternoon, I think. I don't know. Hey, what's up, Tommy? Good to see you.
My friends. My French is not that good. Tuned in from studio to build.
Yeah. And so Miss Eileen has the answer. She says, unless the videos don't count towards your YouTube stats and YouTube's eyes, but you can learn from the stats. There you go. Screen recording.
I did find it really interesting. Like as soon as I stopped the confusion, or like as I'm working through the process of deconfusing my original channel, now videos are entering like the suggested category and getting views. So that's what we want.
Supreme Gecko, let me help you with this, brother. This fires me up. Okay, we're gonna get ready, and now it's time for the next comedian. All right, for all of you new channels, all of them, soup to nuts. Never mind YouTube's monetization strategy. You'll get there. Just do the work. You'll get there. Right now, don't stop. Don't press go. Do not collect $200. I'm going to send you a link, and I'm going to want you to go click that sucker ASAP. Let me give me 2 seconds to pull it. I guess I should have pulled it while I was getting fancy over here. But it's almost here. Here we go. We're going to copy this link, and then I got to go to the live video, which in theory I should have already had pulled up, but I don't. And I'm going to paste this in here, and you're going to go over to Buy Me a Coffee. Okay? Click this link right here. Get monetized.
I still need to do this. I feel like I'm going to get in trouble.
Why you slipping, Liz? You're lucky I don't have an excavator. I'll smash your car. Okay, watch this. Watch this.
Yeah.
Doink. Let me just turn this on real quick. All right,
It's
Supreme
so dry
Gecko.
here. I have to like constantly chapstick. You
Oh,
guys who haven't known.
Miss D, India. Wait, I got to mark this. I can tell Miss D, India. We get in trouble from our business partners, but me, Miss D, and India, we all be with the stick on deck, and we will all just bust out one of these midstream. And just
I feel so bad. I know. I'm like, you gotta moisturize.
No, you got to moisturize. You know,
Gotta
and
moisturize.
then for the fellas out there, he use chapstick, yeah, but all they say, oh, he got soft lips. And I'm just saying.
I'm bringing sexy back.
Okay, anyway, so here's what you do. It's very important that you do your Buy Me a Coffee page because it allows anybody. I mean, you can start your
People
channel
buy you a
tomorrow.
coffee.
Yeah, all the time. You could
Really?
you could just turn it on right now, and then it happened. Like people would just go to your page and they'll buy your coffee. Now you think about it, Liz. You're in Clubhouse and you're always doing work and you're helping out. So in the rooms where you're not being paid, if you have the link in your Clubhouse description, it will just happen, right? And then Miss Eileen, she actually just popped mine in the chat down there a little bit. And then so people see that, and I was like, if you're getting any fire content or whatever, you can do this. This comes in handy when you're not monetized, right? So I'm watching Mr. Riley yesterday. Mr. Riley had a fantastic stream yesterday with Sylvia and Andrew Nixon. And we absolutely love Sylvia and Andrew Nixon too. They do all of our merch. They print our shirts and things like that. So they were doing a nice couples chat. They were fellowshipping, you know, and just, I was like, man, this is so good. And I really appreciate Mr. Riley because Mr. James Riley is an educator, and he's an early educator for kids, you know, that need special needs. And I'm just like, I don't feel like those dudes get enough. And if I have to wait for YouTube to pay this guy, it's going to take too long. And I don't want to see him quit because he's putting in effort that is helping parents and other teachers that deal with students with special needs, right? And I just think teachers are heroes. So as soon as we got finished clowning and planning our Let's Get Live trip to Japan, I jumped over to buymeacoffee.com/Mr. Riley's World. And I'm like, boom, I'm going to buy brother 5 coffees. So
I'm gonna do it
that's
today.
a $25 super chat. Now here's the difference. YouTube was still
writing it down on my
30% of that. And I'm okay with that because they give a server space and, you know, they hook it up. You know, we're not paying for server space. So I have no problem with YouTube taking their percentage. But the advantage on Buy Me a Coffee, as India calls it, Buy Me a Coffee, is you get that money then. When I send him the coffee, it's in his PayPal account seconds later. Let me log out real quick so I can show you guys. Like it lands in his thing seconds later. It's almost instantaneous. I use Stripe and PayPal. So Stripe allows people to do it from their Apple Pay. So if you happen to be an Apple credit card holder, myself, and you buy a bunch of unnecessary Apple stuff, myself, you get Apple Cash, which is that money they give you back, right? So I use that Apple Cash to buy people coffees. You know what I'm saying? If you did it through YouTube and the Super Chat, and again, not hate on Super Chat. I love my Super Chats. I think they're the bomb. It comes 2-3 months later, right? Once you get your groove going, it's a month later. So
See, I love what they say though.
Huh?
A supporter is worth 1,000 followers. And I'm like, to me, that's all the yeses.
Yeah.
To me, that is all the yeses.
That is all. I learned me a new today. That's all the yeses. Thanks, Liz.
All the yeses.
For new stuff for me to put in my vocabulary because everybody knows I got like all kinds of weird vocabularies.
All the yeses.
All the yeses.
I'm just taking it.
Paul in the Perps is here.
Thanks, John.
So, very important because what happens is, okay, number one, your mindset meditation scheme, right? Your squad, the team that you're building. I meant to say team and squad. It came out of scheme, not scheme as in bad.
I know. I was like, scheme. You're making me like one of those
I
charlatans now.
stuck two words together that should never go together and come up with a third bad word. Squad, team. Anyway, people want to get down with you and they want to do a meditation together. I want to do a group meditation. You can go to Buy Me a Coffee and you can set up an extra. Like I have today, I have my class, right? My class, if you're a member, it's free, right? If you are not a member, it's $10. You could buy a single ticket today and come to the Zoom class at 11, 2 hours from now. And we sit there and we have a 2-hour powwow a la Clubhouse, but there's no raising hands. We can just deep dive on people's things. We can walk people through something, fix something. Last week, we tuned up Mrs. Eileen's mic. And now already Miss Eileen has the voice of a freaking angel, Sarah McLaughlin. But Joel and myself, we tuned it up even better. And now she has the voice of an angel with bigger wings, fluffy and diamonds. You know what I'm saying? More Miss Eileen. We made Miss Eileen sound even better than she already do because the lady has
I
the
can
voice
see it
of
working for like
angels.
the meditation, like for maybe like the, I don't know.
Yoga,
I need to
meditation,
meditate on like saving money.
anything.
Danielle is down there being like, you can create money, Liz.
No, you can. And you talking about manifesting some mess. You can get it twisted. I remember we told somebody to build up a Buy Me a Coffee page, and a bunch of us went and bought coffees, and we got something fixed on their thing like that. Like, it takes no time at all. So now I have my membership started from none to where membership is sitting at 60 some odd people right now. And so my membership is either $10 a month or $100 a year. But my members, we get to hang out every Saturday and have a lovely session. And it is great. And we get to know each other better. And then we get to make fun of Michelle. And we get to listen to Rob's horrible jokes. And we get to see Fulgen smoldering on camera. But we all are doing things to help us move the needle on everyone's channel as we let our subject matter experts shine and brainstorm. I was going to say brainwash, brainstorm and do some other things. So the other reason why this is dope is you don't have to do anything to get started. You literally just click that link that I sent you and you can start today. Yeah. And you can go after your friends and family who bug you for stuff. So now if one of my friends are like, hey, I need you to fix something on my thing, I'm like, cool, go to the Buy Me a Coffee page, buy 5 coffees, and I'll take care of it. Right? That's better. Right? You start to build your thing. And you can start your membership right away because there's already people that want to help you. I know just from us in Clubhouse, you'd already be there. I mean, like, I know you can go out there and just, do it correctly. So, yeah.
I will. I'll set it up. It's funny that I've been resistant to it. I've been meditating.
I was resistant. I was super resistant. And then Harlan Merriweather Strickland III, a.k.a. D District. That's not his real name, but that's what I call him. Strick, I was on his show, and before he let me go that night, he was like, listen, dude, I'm going to need you to turn on your membership page ASAP. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to be one of these people out here slinging courses, and they don't really have any good value. They're just like course hugs, blah, blah, blah. He's like, I don't want to hear this. You're making excuses, So I tried to get out of it for like an hour, and then he was like, nope. So I turned it on, and I got 35 members within like 2 hours.
Okay, I'm going to do it. You know what? And it might be good because I feel like I would like to mix my, you get to have a business online passion with, John needs to moisturize, with the mindset of it all because people are afraid.
Yes, very true. And it's just, did I do that, Miss? Yeah, I did. I just copy and pasted it and it did that. Thank you, Miss Eileen. Cool. I didn't realize that got copied. A strip like that. Yes. No. Paul, let me explain this to you. I'm glad you, oh my God, Purple Hair Man, who I love so much. Thank you, Mr. P, for bringing that because I'll tell you the difference. I actually found on here, they have a good breakdown. I've covered this few times. I'll cover this again. Click and do what I say, page. Dun, dun, dun. So, advantages of Buy Me a Coffee over Patreon. A person can go monthly or yearly, whereas Patreon can only go monthly. A person can just do single-use donations or tips. Patreon does not allow that. It allows you to sell extras. Extras meaning I'm going to do a 3-hour Final Cut deep dive. I'm going to teach you how to meditate. I'm going to teach you how to properly do your hair purple. Whatever it is, you can sell that as like a single party, single event, single Zoom task. DJs, pay attention. This is how you sell private Zoom rooms where you don't get in trouble. I didn't say that. You can do some fan experience, right? So what the thing is meaning here, like I said, I can use Apple Pay, Google Pay, Samsung Pay, all of those quick, click off the websites, but you can also use PayPal and other things. Whereas on Patreon, they have to actually create a Patreon account. Why? Because Patreon was so worried about the old school method of onboarding and user counts and user acquisition that they didn't think maybe somebody just wants to support an artist, podcaster, YouTuber, content creator without making an entire account. I just want to be like, Liz, I love the fact that you smashed that excavator. I smashed that car with an excavator. Let me send you $10. Why do I have to build an account to send my homegirl $10, patron? Because you worried about you and your numbers. You're not worried about the creator, Liz, or me, the patron.
The customer.
So check yourself before you wreck yourself, patron. I was always the CEO, he comes out and he does streams every once in a while, and I brought this up on the stream and he ignored it. So I know that they still about that life. And I use Patreon, but I'm just saying, Buy Me a Coffee is better. I love my patrons because that's how we got started here. I
want to set up my coffee right now. You got me so bought in, Doc.
I'm just telling you. Okay. Again, like I mentioned before, the payout is instant. Yes, you can get analytics on Patreon. It's only on the Pro plan. The Pro plan is like $300 a month, your cost. Super stupid. It allows you to do public and private posts plus exclusives. Can't talk today. And it's only 5% fees, and you can live chat for some help 24/7. So all of those things are dope. The other one that I would mention, that I don't see on here, but maybe that's what they mean, is where'd it go? Now I lost it. I had it in my head and it went out the window because I'm dumb. But they have, I know what it is. They don't really show it, but I had it on this screen here where there's Liz and I can pull up my Buy Me a Coffee widget, and if someone buys a coffee, it goes and it shows up on the screen, all the super chats and all of that. Oh yeah, that's another one. Thank you, Rob. That's what I was trying to remember, Rob, and I'm glad you said it. You can change it to Buy Me a Coffee, Buy Me an excavator, Buy Me a Tibetan tinge bowl, Buy Me a pizza, Buy Me a beer. You can change it to whatever you want. But
I like coffee.
I love coffee. Do not get it twisted. I'm an absolute coffee lover. You can change it to Buy Me a tea, Buy Me a beer, Buy Me a 2-4 Labatt's Blue. I know some Canadian stuff.
What do I want?
I don't think so. This is a good question because Jay's in Jamaica, man. I don't think so. But just try if I press the button. There's the other competitor is just called Ko-fi. They're similar type stuff, but it's their multi.
I'm so excited. I'm going to set this up today.
You better. I'm gonna be mad.
I feel like this
don't.
was yeah.
Okay, so here's the other thing that I forgot to mention, and it's the one that I was trying to get out, but I got stuck. It allows me to take on the credit card fees, so I get less of a cut, but I just feel
you're better for your friends.
Yeah, I'm like, you're already trying to help me out by supporting me. I'll eat the credit card fees. So that's one thing that Patreon doesn't allow.
Wait.
What are you waiting
for?
What?
Well, you know what's funny? Turn your head like a little bit so I can see your people in the back. Okay, it low key, just the way you were standing, because we were talking about horror movies and scary things. Yeah, right there. It looks like somebody's creeping up on you from the back through a scary
That's
girl.
Darth Vader and K2SO and stormtroopers
I
and
was like,
shock troopers. I'm a nerd.
I was like, wait, there's somebody coming up. But you got me with the. See, that's why I can't watch horror movies. I live out here in the country, and then it gets dark at night, and the coyotes are howling, the wind is blowing through the trees.
Yes. Oh, you know what, Paul? You just brought something up too. They did recently add new features, which doesn't show on this page because they haven't updated the page yet. You can do levels now. There's levels to this ish. So, in other words, right now I have my $10 membership, right? Or you pay $100 a year. I can make a $50 a month membership where there's like a one-on-one coaching call where I got to call people like every Saturday and talk to them for 15 minutes. Like I could do that tomorrow. It wouldn't be $50 though.
You should.
I'm gonna charge you more, but yeah. So this is dope for my boy Marshall because everybody, all the up and coming designers are trying to get that one-on-one time with Marshall. They don't allow that. I do have a $150 an hour channel consultation type thing, kind of like what we did for Supreme Gecko today. But like, not in the embarrassment of you and I yelling at him live. We could do content creation advice kind of thing. And
Right.
I get bookings on that all the time. As a matter of fact, I have one tomorrow and Monday. So
In your buy me a coffee?
yes, in the Buy Me a Coffee. So if you go to Buy Me a Coffee /DuCroc, that's me. Let me pull this up real quick. DOC. And there's my name. Okay.
Okay, all this talk about coffee, and now I really need a coffee.
You never even lied. See, I have
I'm
this one
taxing
called
a child to make them coffee me.
Content Creation Advice. You just click that and it automatically connects to my Calendly link and it allows you to book up. It tells me that people have purchased the class today. So I have the class. It's $0 for members. So that's in there. Yeah, let's see, Ryan claimed the Content Creation Advice. So I'm going to hang out with Ryan. And I love when they leave you a message like, just teach me. That is my fam right there. Actually, one of my old radio partners now is getting really heavy into content creation. So, I just think it's dope. Even and this is the other thing that's great. Having something like this is dope to go book because one of the things that becomes hard is like, friends just wanting favors. Why did I just only show Liz? She's cuter than me, but here. If you just leave it out there, your friends are going to come in and just going to take the advice. And it's okay because, we're friends. I get it. But by having this, my friends thought, you know what? I better do it the way everybody else does it. And my friend, who I probably would do it for free anyway, but that's kind of not helping move my process, allows them to come in and then be a real friend and then buy it and pay for the advice. But I know what he and his old lady are thinking, Tina, is that they're like me. If I pay for the class, I'll remember stuff. If I take the class for free, right out the window. It's just it's an old school thing. Yeah, Feed a Gecko. Dope. I love it. Get after it. I clicked on the button. Where'd he go? Okay. Sam. Oh my God. Sam. You need to make Buy Me a Coffee 3 days ago last week because I love what you're doing with your channel. Okay. And by the time you wait for YouTube to get it all monetized or whatever, it's going to be hard. You're traveling around in the Parisian streets in France and Avignon. I can't say it. I'm going to just mess it up.
Oh, yeah. People are going to pay for that big time.
Yeah.
Especially because you can't travel anywhere.
Dude, okay. Thank you. Like I'm watching the channel and I'm just like, oh. And then they went to go get like a vegan burger. I like bacon, but I was all about, I want to know what that vegan burger tastes like. And then I saw some stuff on there that you guys didn't get. So like I could have bought you a coffee and then been like, hey, the next time you go down there, eat that and talk about it.
Can we, look at the thumbnails.
Dude, I'm telling you, her channel's fire. I told her that the other day.
My God.
I slid into the DM and I was like, Sam, your channel is on point.
Sam.
Yeah.
Thumbnails are my kryptonite, man. I cannot make a thumbnail, an interesting thumbnail to save my life. Your thumbnails are like the whole vibe.
And I'm not even like,
Minimalist
all
apartment.
about France or anything of
I'll
that
be
nature.
here when I've done the live stream. I'll be right here checking this
So
out.
here's what's dope. Oh yeah, and if you go, okay, here's another thing you can do, because Europe has decent speed. You could actually walk around some of the streets of the cities that you visit and do it live and have your buy me a coffee on, because then it allows us to buy you lunch, because you guys was cruising all day and you guys forgot to eat. And then after you forgot to eat, you're like, oh, but I have to go and find a vegan spot. And then you guys was just, I mean, like, as I'm watching this, I'm like, yo, I would have bought them dinner because it was dope. And you guys are in the car, like freezing and eating. Like, yeah, I think it's dope. So definitely do your thing. But yes, please, if you guys don't know about Sam yet, go check out her channel. It's very dope. It's kind
Grocery
of,
shopping in France. We all want to watch that video.
yeah, it's kind of like
We
you go to don't watch it with your other half, because they're so cute, and then I start getting looks like, all we do when we travel is you just got all your cameras and stuff and you're taking all of the pictures, and I'm just like, oh, damn it, Sam, you little and I'm like, here, hold this tripod. Here, okay, press go. Okay, how's that take? Do it again. Okay, and so all of a sudden she becomes a director and not a tourist, and it makes her angry. So
I'm in love with it. I'm in love with it. I can't wait to get into it, because nobody can travel, right? We can't go anywhere. We can't go to France, and
yes.
Don't hate me for my bad French. I'm Canadian. We do Canadian French around here. Sam.
Actually, I think her husband
Parlez
is the
un
one that
petit peu
can speak
français.
French really well, because they went to dinner with his friends and they were just like chatting it up. So yeah. But yes, Sam, you got everything going. There's no reason why you're sitting at 712. And again, I'm not saying that, subscribers are the only deal, but if you wait for YouTube to monetize you, you're going to go broke. So just put on your buy me a coffee, skip Patreon in this particular
let's
case,
do it.
and go.
Let's make a deal right now that at the end of the day, we're both going to have it done.
Forest. I like this icon. I'm sorry, it's an avatar, Doc. Yeah. Why do you always want to call it an icon? I worked at Apple too long.
Okay. Sam, hit me a yes in the comments if we're doing this today. Vous et moi. Moi et vous.
What? Yeah, me too, Miss Eileen. Me too. Definitely got more from Buy Me a Coffee than Patreon for sure. I kind of want to shut my Patreon down, but I don't, because I am so, like, what's the word? Proud and honored by my original patrons who thought, like Tommy Zamuda, my homie who's in here somewhere, or maybe he's back in the studio, like, was this original cast that just thought my channel was worth giving anything to. And so I do owe a badge of honor, for them. And thank you.
I like that Sam says she's not French.
I know. But I'm saying, I think the husband is the one, but I mean, her last name is Fornes.
Me and Sam are both out here being English girls, rocking the French last names.
Yeah.
Because we married Frenchmen.
Yeah, you married into the right.
Oh my God. Okay, Sam, it's on.
Supreme Gecko, I can't tell you what that means to me. I absolutely love Nick. He's part of the reason why I'm here. Last year, I was stuck in the hospital. I had a knee surgery, and your kid's dope. Thank you, little one. And it took me longer to heal than I wanted to, so I just started just grooving on Nick and Dan Courier and Miss Diana, and then I decided to take the pivot and go live. And so I'm still, love the Niminati, but I appreciate you saying that. That means a lot to me. That means that it's working. So, John, thank you for signing up for Buy Me a Coffee. If you guys sign up for Buy Me a Coffee and use my link, they will just pay me $5. So, yeah.
Okay, so we're using Doc's link. Back out if you haven't done it yet.
Is that what he
John, I'm
loses
gonna
for
go buy you a
buying?
coffee later.
And John is right. Me too. Okay, John. Me too. That is 100% me all day. He said I will actually use it to actually buy coffee. And
I love it.
bro, man, I can't tell you, you are not so wrong. John, have you seen my Instagram, player? It's super funny. Oh, I love that. I love people who
I
are
know.
just
Look, all this talk about coffee, and I already manifested this big old bowl of coffee over
Dude,
here.
Miss
I love
Diana
it. Yeah.
and we are about the coffee life. John, let me show you something, sir. I'm just going to humble brag real quick. Okay? Look at this gorgeous coffee machine right here.
Oh, you're right up in John's feels right now.
Look at this.
You don't know. I know John, and this is in his feels.
Oh, this thing right here. I just put in some lovely Stumptown beanses, and then it just gets all
Well,
the
you got that
roasting.
Kona coffee, Doc.
Oh, yeah. Kona coffee is legit. I don't know why the story thing doesn't work from here. I just tried to press it. It didn't do it. It's not in the reel.
Hi, Lim.
Nope, it doesn't. Lim's here. Okay, maybe I can't press the story thing because it's me. But if you check my story, I just posted some amazing coffee that I just recently scooped. So, yeah. I love the fact that John said he will actually buy coffee. You know, it's what it is. And you know what? The other thing, Miss I love when you can, like, I support Mr. Riley. I can tweet that, and then people that know me, that know Mr. Riley, can still do it. And yes, Luis is correct. You get an email of your supporters too, which you can go.
Oh.
Yeah, so you can kind of use it to build your email.
Oh.
Buy Me a Coffee is getting podcast links very soon, so you can do private thing. Supporting caffeine addicted creators everywhere. Yeah, even Sammy has one. Young Sammy has his Buy Me a Coffee. Young Sammy got merch too.
Hi, Sammy.
What's up, Liv? It's good to see you here. That's very cool. He
Hey,
says,
Caleb.
started doing a daily 30-minute journal on brand new, only 10 stuff from our. You know what? Little Forest Tomes, I'm down with you. Okay. I used to, if you go deep into my old content, you'll see I had a vlog called In My Skine. I am a Moleskine freak, but I recently switched to Rocket Books. I love Rocket Books.
This is the many journals.
Journal is my life.
Mm-hmm. Gotta manifest that stuff. Gotta put it in writing. Gotta make it happen. Look, I'm gonna show you guys, so you all don't think like Liz is just talking.
You can
about
do that, Joe. I would say stick to one Buy Me a Coffee, even though it's for 2 YouTube channels, because do what I did, or Miss Diana did, or India Delgado did, or Sammy Super Chat did. You just buy me, and Liz, pay attention. Buy Me a Coffee / Liz, whatever you can sneak in short. Do not make people try to spell Brazil. This is not going to work.
Hell no.
Okay.
Hell no.
Okay.
No, I'm just gonna do this. But look at the manifested checks.
See?
I don't even own a Nissan anymore, you guys. Don't even have a Nissan. They sent me money. I don't even know why. And this one is 3 digits, y'all. And it should not have. I don't know why these people sent me money, but I've been manifesting money. I've been spiritually connecting with my value.
That's all it is, man. I'm telling you, you definitely.
I put my little altar of manifesting back together here, but
it's coming. I think it's so good. Keisha, you definitely should do it, and because you do long live streams too. And then the other thing too, Keisha, like I was telling Sam, you know, when you walking about in the area, you know, you walking out there and you do your videos or your lives from the thing, have your Buy Me a Coffee up I think it's better than Super Chat, because he's like me. You can stroll down the beach outside the house, and they have like the little concrete walkway, and it's fire. And then, you know, right now everybody's at home freezing. Like I've been wanting to do a live stream walk through Waikiki, but now that tourists are back, I'm trying not to get COVID, so I ain't going nowhere. Yes, vegans make me sad too. That's so mean, Rob, but it's true. But don't tell that to Sam's husband, because he's a nice guy and he's handsome.
Hi, Digital Buddha. I love that name, obviously.
Thank you. Sam, we're here for you. I love your channel. Your channel, T Rose. See? That is cool. That is so cool.
Making it happen. Just
Yeah.
making
So
it
when I was
happen.
mentioning writing for TUAW, the unofficial Apple weblog, Mike was one of our editors. And when I go home to New York, we try to go grab a whiskey at the Flatiron because it's so dope. It's really, really delicious. Okay.
I love it.
Sam says she's horrible at French. All right. So I'm just trying to dig to the bottom of these real quick. And then we're going to talk to Liz about practical lighting real fast. And then I'm going to go get ready for class. Yeah, I'm with you, Miss I. It's just a thing. It is a thing. But you know what? I appreciate all of my original patrons. And some people have converted. They switched, which is cool. But I don't care. Either way you want to do it, I just appreciate the fact that people are out here, you know, doing it. Thanks, Kat. I appreciate that. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing it. I'm coffee shaming people out here. See, Tommy's still here. I love Tommy. I know. See, the cool thing about these live streams, right? And sitting here with Liz, I know, like, I got to turn this way. I just got to remember to turn this way. Hey, Liz. My
Wait,
on
I gotta
camera.
turn this
See,
way.
I can't
Wait,
do
let's
it.
do it.
I am so horrible at that. Like, Stephanie nails it every time. I am super horrible about it. Thank you, Mr. Mike. I appreciate that. Is the fact that you get to connect with folks like this. Here's a prime story. Long before the YouTube stuff got super popular, Mike and the people at TUAW, the unofficial Apple weblog, we should do a Sunday call every single Sunday. And there was an old school app called TalkCast. And it's kind of what Clubhouse is today, which I find is so funny because we kind of had that back in the day. You could call into this thing and it was a website and you could chat on the side, which Clubhouse is missing. You could chat on the side and you could then have all the phone lines open and then people could, you know, say stuff or not say stuff, whatever. You were basically listening, speakerphone on mute, walking around your house on Sundays, and we would just hang out with all of the readers from the blog. Okay, so I was a frequenter of the TalkCast, and I would inject my questions or my answers or my random arguments because I'm a pontificator. And then we got a chance to finally meet up at Macworld. So this is a big, you know, nerd convention. And we finally got to meet up probably after like 2 years of talking to each other on the thing. When I finally got to meet up with them, we all vibed and got along, went out to dinner. We had a bunch of blasts. You know, I would hang out in the booth. And like the next day, the chief editor, Victor, like hits me up and is like, hey, what do you feel about joining the TUAW team? And I was like, ah! Why, yes.
Yeah.
Let me think about it. Ah! It was all the feels. And then so that's what I know from that memory. I understand how that went for me. And I understand how when we do streams like this, where I get to connect to someone like yourself, or when I have Kat on or Miss Eileen, or, you know, any of the folks that have come on, like I can talk. Sam, you're coming on to do Travel Channel with me because I have a beautiful story about I had to 86 my concept of channel because of COVID, and I was just about to flip the channel. I had the suitcase already packed, about to leave, and they were like, shut it down. So we'll talk about that. Sam, you're going to come on my show. We're going to divulge. Okay, so I know that there's certain people that come to all of these things that if I see them in real life, we would be like, you know, besties from another testy. Like, absolutely. And Tommy's one of them. Like, Miss Eileen reminds me of my actual family. I tell her that all the time. I call her cuz because my family's maiden name is Smith. I'm like, I think we're probably related. I just got to go dig down the country somewhere. Somewhere in the country we're related because Miss I, she's my entire family. She's all of that. Same with Miss D. We just linked right away. Limwell, you know. And that's the best part about streaming. And everyone goes, well, I just like the live stream because you don't have to edit. And I go, yeah, that's part of it, but stuff like this is dope. You know, stuff like this is absolutely
I
dope.
do love live streaming. I'm gonna, well, now that I've got the channel separated, I'm gonna figure out how to live stream like this and make it better. John has a killer manifestation story, man. He found some money one day.
See, John, we gotta come on. You definitely gotta come on.
He's such a cool guy.
John said vegans are okay if they drink coffee still. Hey, Mr. Mike, we have got to get together and do the TUAW Talkcast. Oh, Talk Shoe. That's what it is. Thank you, Mike. We got to get together and do a reunion because I got all the live streaming set up. And then Verso just jumped into the Kelly, our other friend Kelly. She just jumped into the Ecamm community. Sandy is there. So we got almost the whole squad there. We just got to get Victor. All right. Let me just check. And hey, Noble, I saw your setup today, bro. That looks fantastic. And why he stuck a K on my name, I don't know. But if you guys need some good, get into your brains and unlock the dust, you need to see Coach Noble Bowman. This is my business coach right there. He is very good. He makes me think of stuff I didn't even think of. It's crazy. Anyway, so Liz. Let's check out Liz's channel. All right. First,
which one are you checking out, though?
No, your face. I mean, your setup.
Oh.
That's what I mean. I don't know why I said it. You know I can't speak English. I'm going to stick to French. So, it's about on these buses. That didn't make any sense. Your key light right now, is it a window? Is your key light a window?
I do have a window, but no, it's my ring light.
Okay.
Like, are you talking this light?
Yeah, that's your key light. Is it directly in front of you?
For the most part. It's like at 1 o'clock.
And that's about right. Yeah, mine's is at 1 o'clock. Mine's more 1:30, 2 o'clock. But yeah, I just don't like it directly in front. It's here. So my arms are like this. It's right there. But is your ring light soft boxed or is it just the white plastic?
It's just the white plastic.
Okay, way back in the very beginning, when we were talking about the tissue paper that comes in shoe boxes or purses or clothes, right? Joel, who's still here probably because Joel, he's a nerd. And that's my dude. Joel was like, go to your Ross's or whatever the Canadian version of Ross's is and get like a $3-4 white shower curtain.
Oh, yeah.
Right? If you can figure out a way to make like another rim that curtain fits over so it looks like a drum, right?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then put it slightly in front of the ring light. It will tone down some of the harshness of the ring light. Because unfortunately with ring lights, when you turn them to low, they start to bounce. And you don't want that, right? You want them, you got to kind of dumb them down with a piece of fabric. I used to use an umbrella. And my umbrella is somewhere close by. Where did I put it? You know what an umbrella looks like? Wait, no.
I think I know. Well, I know what you mean. I think.
It's all the way back there in the corner. I have a white umbrella. So I used to poof that open. And my ring light actually has the hole for the umbrella. You know what I'm saying? So you can actually put it in there. And then it shines through, and that helped calm it down, okay? So that way it doesn't come off as harsh, and you won't get the extra shine, but you'll still be well lit, right? It will also help eliminate shadows that are caused when you're like us and you start flailing the hands when you're talking. So I don't really have too much shadow problems. So yeah, like on your face, the shadow is harsh. Mine is very soft because I have a soft box.
Now it's like playing with my picture.
Yeah. So you want to, if you're going to use a ring light, you're going to want to dumb it down a little bit, right? And so a shower curtain would work. A piece of that white tissue paper would work. You can't stick it on there. That doesn't work. It needs to float a little bit. So that's why when you see the beauty dishes, or if you see behind the scenes at a fashion shoot and they have the gigantic like horn looking thing, the light is back here. The paper is here. Right, I'm over there making hand motions, and all you guys can see is Liz. Duh. Anyway, the light is like this, and this is like this, right? This is the diffuser. If the diffuser is directly connected, it doesn't work as well. Okay. Thanks, Kat. I'll see you in class. Okay.
Yeah, I got to sort that.
Yeah, and so that will help calm that out. Now, as far as your lights in the back go, they're perfectly fine. I don't see anything wrong with them, but one thing you have going, though, is you're mixing white color, right? So mixing white light color can be a little weird as opposed to adding color pop. So maybe take the bulb in the back or the bulb directly behind you and change them to a light blue or whatever you're going to use, right? Just because, and what I mean by mixing color, this is a white light. Make sure it's on. I got to slap it. Okay, so that's white. I'm going to change the color. Now it's kind of yellowy. You see that?
See, I got to get me some of those things. I have some money though, because I manifested money.
Well, if you're going to get some
So
money,
I want to buy some of these lights.
if you're going to buy some lights, I say 86, those damn ring lights. I can't stand those things. But yeah, see, that's the white
No, I
one.
want to get like the
And
box
that's the
thing.
color one.
I think.
That's what you want. That's what you want. A
Yeah.
box light.
Yeah,
And-
I'm gonna get rid of the ring light.
And that's what it is. So my favorite right now is the Aperture 100D or Aperture 200D. And
Okay.
there's also the Aperture 100X or 200X. And the only difference is you saw how I was able to change that from white to yellow? Those are the X. The ones that are Ds are just pure daylight. They only do white.
Okay.
So those are good.
But that's not one of those big box lights.
It is.
Thank you, Caleb.
It
That
is.
was
It's
kind.
100% a box light. Here, let me show you. Aperture
Listen, Lord Buddha should be more up and center like dogs are. Well, you know what?
I would love to see the Buddha a little bit higher because we can see him because it's so dope.
Well, you know what's funny is I have kind of like two sets that I do. So like when I do my meditation type videos, I face like that wall more.
Okay.
So then you get to see Buddha.
Nice.
And this is you're just at my desk because we're talking. But I should set it up better for live streams. I'm gonna go back to live streaming more. John,
Okay.
I'm coming back to the live streams. I'm working my way
I am
there.
excited for that, Liz, because I think you'll be a dope live streamer.
I
Okay.
want to bring other people on. Like I've just needed to learn the live stream game from like you and Viper and Gloria and all the people and Shelly and yeah.
Do you have Ecamm yet?
I got to get Ecamm. I think I'm going to do that Sony A7 and then like actually do the setup and actually like do live stream because I just go live from my computer and I'm very like redneck about it.
You can get a ZV-1, which is dope. It's cheaper, but A7 would work perfectly fine. Anyway, that I can help you with. We're going to get you squared away. Miss D and I will help you build your studio. So these are the AMRANs. This is the Aperture Lights that I'm speaking of. These are the gigantic ones. They're called Lightstorms. You don't need that. I think these little guys would be dope. And let's just look at the 100D. It only is, again, it's the one color version. But what makes these dope is that little piece you're seeing right now, that's known as a cob circuit on board. It's a single. It's not all the little peaky. Those actually end up causing trouble later, right? They're good cheap, but they're bad overall evenness and lighting. So it's just one bright little cob. Now, without the dome, it's going to be way too bright, right? So that's the umbrella look. You throw the umbrella on it to modify it, or this is the dome look.
Yeah.
Right? So the dome is kind of what's going to give you help. Now, here's where it gets dope. You can control the whole shoot and match from your phone. And that's why I use Aperture Lights. Even this little light bulb is an Aperture Light. My little backlight over here, also an Aperture Light.
Yeah.
I can connect all of these guys to my
How
phone.
much is this? I feel like this is so expensive.
No, not at all. That's why it's dope. This is $80. This is $90. This giant one that's from the bottom is $199. The most expensive one is $349.
Quick question for okay. I'm going to pay.
Yeah, ring lights suck. I'm sorry, Caleb. I got one. It's right there. Look at my glasses. I that thing is going away ASAP. I ordered a Aperture 100D to replace my ring light because ring lights, plain and simple, suck. They're extremely popular and they're really great if you are an Instagram girl putting on makeup. If you want that,
I'm going to give this to my daughter.
Huh? Oh, perfect.
I'll give them my ring light to my kid, and then
Joel brought this up, and this is true. If you're going to take your camera and stick it directly in the center of your ring light and focus it at you, fine. If you're going to move it off to the side or use it in some other way, not fine. So you can do, Caleb, though, if you don't want to buy another ring light, because I just don't suggest you spend any money, do what they did in this Aperture picture, and you can pick an umbrella up for less than $20. right?
Cover it
so
up.
you can take the umbrella and stick it right in the ring light and solve a large portion of your problem. But yeah, that's pretty normal, Caleb. That's also why my TV is in here instead of in the back now. And I put my iMac all the way back there, and even all the way back there, that reflection that you see on the iMac is coming from this dome right here. Because it's just what it is. I have to wake my iMac up so it doesn't do that.
Yeah, see, I want to get that dome. I want to get those domes that you have. I'm into that.
Yeah, the dome is just, why did I just stay right there? The dome actually, it just really softens things up and it gives you a nice look. And then for pops of color, we talked about this yesterday in the Ecamm community. Come on, back out. Come on, Aperture, back out. I have my Aperture MC, these little B7Cs. So this is like the little.
So those
ball.
should screw into any old light that you have in your.
Nothing.
Oh,
Watch
look at
this.
that.
Oh, it's battery operated.
And then you control that from your phone?
But it's battery operated. Look, and I can do to.
It's the cutest thing I've ever seen.
So you thought it was a Tibetan bowl, but no.
I did.
Look at that.
It's
Isn't that
so
cool?
Wait, change the color on it. Get out your app. I want to see you change the color.
I accidentally logged myself out of my app. So
see, that's what I would do. Mine would be that would happen to me.
I have to put it back, but yeah, I can show you in a second. But yeah, so you use either those or this, which is just the flat version of this, and it allows you to add pops of color, and you place them around, and it will give you that little extra, right? So you can hide a light blue one behind the Buddha and add blue to that corner, or that like salt light that's on the wall. You can kind of hide some of that stuff. That's all you
I like it.
I'm
going to get it all set up. I'm going to get Ecamm, and then I'm going to go back to doing live streams. And then I'm going to have Doc Rock.
No, Tommy, I do yoga, so I'm good. I'm not going to have a clot. It's funny. That's his way of throwing shade, say that we live stream for too long. I am going to try to get back into my app because it's driving me crazy. Hey, my Cal Digit Thunderbolt 4 dock just showed up. And Jay, let me explain it, bro. Do not order Elgato ring lights. Don't. They're overpriced. If you're going to buy ring lights, just buy regular ones. They're way cheaper. That's the only thing in the Elgato industry that's overpriced is their lighting, because they're not really Elgato. They just straight up buy the same Chinese knockoff, not even knockoffs. They just buy the same low budget lights as everybody else, slap an Elgato name on it, and charge extra for them. They do nothing special at all.
Well, my stupid ring light, it's okay. I probably wrecked my ring light. I shouldn't blame the ring light. I probably was too rough with it. But now it's permanently tilted. So my camera is it sucks. I need to commit to setting up better.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I mean, I liked it at first because the technology hadn't got to where it is now. Now technology is so good, they're kind of not that great anymore, if that makes any sense. All right, let's see. Does this work? Let me into my app. This thing has made me change my password 20 times. So I just get mad at it.
That would screw me up.
I keep locking myself out. Yeah, but I mean, it's super fantastic. I really do love these lights. I think they're amazing. So yeah, by all means, just get it.
Hit it.
You said, oh, look it. All of them have tripod mounts. Every light that I've ever bought has tripod mount built in, or you get a Spigot adapters. And do I have a Spigot nearby? Actually, I do. Okay. See this guy right here on the end? It's kind of hard to see, but that is a Spigot adapter. So a Spigot is basically 1/4-20. That's your standard tripod screw hole thing that everything video has. The 1/4-20, that's the small one. But then the big Spigot is because lights I got lights everywhere. Lights tend to come gigantic, right? Because this is known as a spigot. So you put that in there, and then you turn this instead. It's biting from the side instead of from the top. You see what I mean? This light right here is like a $500 light. It's waterproof. Throw it in the ocean, and bright
Really?
as all get. Because it doesn't come.
You throw it in the ocean?
Yeah.
Oh my God. It just
I'm
occurred
in
to me that
Hawaii.
people,
I need ocean capable
That's-
lights. But look how bright
that's
this thing is. This
right.
thing is silly. This thing is super silly. But no, I'm not going to throw it in the ocean. 'Cause I bought lights that were made for photography, so they're a little bit more expensive. You guys don't need to do that. If you're buying video only, you can get a little cheaper. Photography, you have to be extremely specific about the color. But yes, so you can buy these little Spigot adapters, like a 10-pack for like $8 or something. So don't worry about the tripod thing. Yeah, give GV your money. Give GV the money over Elgato when it comes to lights. Elgato is overpriced for absolutely Nathan. And that's the standard. When you hear us say quarter 20, we mean that standard tripod hole that's in the bottom of everything. Hang them above. Hang them above. Because my extra Elgato is not an Elgato. They're these. These are Viltrox. I'm going to tell you guys why I went with Viltrox over Elgato. This light right here is basically the same size as the Elgato Air, the small little Elgato Air. I mean, identical size. $27. The
whoa,
Elgato Airs
that's pretty
are
affordable.
$130 because they're overpriced. That's why I got these.
And what brand is that one? What's the
these
brand
are-
you're holding up?
Viltrox. You know that pink light behind Mrs. D? It's the same thing, Viltrox.
Viltrox.
And the Viltrox ones, you can actually throw a battery on them and take them out in the street if you got to go somewhere. So I just saying, Elgato basically bought lights from the same company as Viltrox, and then, okay, you're right about that, June.
I just want to fly
Don't
you
confuse
here
me.
and be like, can you set this up?
Hey,
I
June,
wanna
we're going
follow
to
you
Canada.
around.
my brother.
Be like, just make this-
tomorrow.
Make this good.
Ooh, I just knocked my light over. Yeah, it's easy. We'll get you tightened up. But yeah, June's technically right. There are expensive video lights if you get into Westcott and things like that. But on the consumer side, yeah. Continuous lighting is the move. You definitely want to do it. If you haven't already bought Elgato lights, Little Forest, then don't. Just get the Viltrox or Danzine. They're exactly the same. If you have already bought them, yes, mount them to the ceiling. Mine that's right behind my head. Let me go right here. There's a light
Move
right
your head.
behind my head. Here, let me put my hand.
Move your head over.
I'm trying to get my hand. See, my hand has light.
Oh, I see that purple one.
No, right here. But my actual hand is lit up
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
because there's a light right there. And what that does is it puts a little light behind here. It separates you from the background. And so that's why it was key to what Little Forrest was talking about, because when you're in the shallow space, you want to separate yourself from the background. So the way you do that is mounted in the ceiling. Yes, Little Forrest, one behind you, or get a clip light, like a Home Depot little clip light, and clip it to the back of your chair, or put it on a little stand right behind your chair and light the wall, like I have coming out of the Stormtrooper's gonads back there. That's to let you know that the Stormtrooper isn't stuck to the wall. And you would think that's common sense, but your eyes do weird stuff when you don't force feed it. So that's why people put lights behind their books and all that other weird stuff. Even there's light that's coming out of the back of the iMac. It's there to let you know that the iMac is not a poster. It just adds a little je ne sais quoi, in case Sam is still here. Thank you, John. I appreciate you. Oh, yeah. Just turn them suckers right back around and get the Danzine. You'll see a set that's slightly bigger. That's probably good for your tiny space. They're called Danzine Let me pull it up real quick. You can get both pieces for the price of that one Elgato. And again, I love Elgato products, but when it comes to their lights, they're full of crap, and they're not them. Elgato makes the capture cards and the Stream Deck. The other stuff is Corsair, PC gamer brand, also sticking Elgato on it to push it towards the Mac people or the gamer people that want to think that they're getting some sort of better quality, and they're not getting jack.
Sam's right. It's overwhelming, Sam. It can be overwhelming. Take it a day at a time.
Oh, all day, one piece at a time. It is a long journey. It is a long journey. Yeah, you know what? That is exactly this Viltrox, because the model numbers are identical. Mine is also the L12T. So yeah, same thing. Again, the manufacturers will take the same light, sell it to 20 different manufacturers, and call it all kind of different stuff, and it sounds confusing. But some of the higher end rebranders like Viltrox or like Danzine or like GVM or like Ulanzi, I just like them because they have a support system to back up their otherwise selling the same stuff. So going to here, I want to show you this. So even if you type in Elgato key light, the first thing that pops up, Danzine. 2 of them for the price of one of these.
Right.
You understand?
Okay, so get those.
Yeah, it's just crazy. And look, this guy is 2,800 lumens. This guy is 3,600 lumens. So they give you more juice, still give you the stand, and give you the remote, and it's 2 lights. These guys are just overpriced for jack because the technology that's in here is not a lot of nothing. So the Danzines would immediately take the key light that you bought, put it in the box, send it right back, turn around, and buy these, or use them until those come. And then the Neewer, which is basically be the same smell, but Neewer, 90 watt, right? You get 2 45s, and it's 4,800 lumens, and it comes with cases and remotes. So again, either one of these options will be better than that. So this is what I'm speaking on, and this will make your life much better. All you ring light people should immediately think about upgrading the flat panels. I'm just telling you. If you like round flat panels, Viltrox will square you away like this, but that's a junk one. Let's do Viltrox real quick. Lenses, 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 lenses. Where is the round thing? Dun, 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 dun. It's coming. See, even their version of a gigantic key light. Where'd it go? I just passed it. Even their version of gigantic key lights are just amazing, but they got round ones.
And that's for 2 of them, which is awesome.
That's what I'm trying to explain, you people. Some of this stuff you can get yourself in trouble with, but Viltrox is well vetted. They don't flicker. They're very clean. They have nice color about them. I'm going to have to hit the Viltrox page to find the round one because their round ones are beautiful. One of our buddies who you probably met from Clubhouse, Monte Weaver, he has. Viltrox even has the dome too, by the way. Where it is. There it is. Da, da, da. Look, you can get all 3 round flat Viltroxes for $179.
But then you don't have the behind you lights.
Mm-hmm,
You said, where are the behind you lights, Doc? This is like a personal shopping tour.
Any of these little guys like this are good behind you lights. Yeah. I prefer it. Sometimes at low settings, you can see the little pukas. So I prefer them when they have a gigantic softbox type thing attached to them. So right now, so far, I don't see Viltrox putting one of them out. This one kind of does it, but
can you get that one? That $44 one?
That'll work.
And then I can put that behind Buddha, and Buddha can be like, I'm not on the wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm telling you, these guys are legit. So, guys, you should definitely think about. Yeah, I just wish. Because I love Elgato stuff so much, but the lights and the stands that they sell for ridiculous, although they're dope, they're ridiculously priced because it's not them. You know, they basically bought that from somebody else, and Corsair slapped their energy all over it and just kind of over expensive it for zero reason whatsoever. So there you go, Liz. Once you get that together, you call me. We'll get your studio tuned up.
Yeah.
And Linwell's funny because Linwell says that their L got you. And yes, check out Michelle. You can see she does a really good use of pop of color in the back. And she has 3 different things because I want to say Jamaican, but she's trans. But I can't type LBC branding. Why are my fingers stuck? She does a really dope pop of color in the back, in the middle of her stuff. And it's really cool. Man, I cannot type and talk at the same time. I am absolutely broken. Dun, dun, dun.
I found her. I found her on my screen. Oh, yeah. Look at her awesome pop of green.
Right?
She's got her short up there.
Pop of color. She got the green. And she'll pull out the fan. So, yes, you can definitely see. How did I find the Vlogmas one? I don't want to see Vlogmas. I want to see the newest ones. There it is. A month ago. She was probably a month ago hanging out with David Blackman and causing trouble. Here we go. You can see it in this picture right here. Because these guys are both doing the pop of color extremely well. Okay. So Michelle has a nice green glowing back there, and there's just a light behind. And David has the LED strips, but there's a white cap on it to give it a little softer, right? And he has the glow bulbs inside his Tibetan bowls. Those are legit, real Tibetan crystal bowls.
Oh, I want his bowls so bad.
Yeah, you don't want them. They're
Killing
$800
me.
a piece.
Killing me.
They're seriously like $800 a piece. Yeah.
I know. They were like so expensive.
Oh, Sam, you don't even know. Like, my brother Doom, when you see him in the chat, he'll probably tell you your favorite movies that you see, the dark scenes, they got more lights than you would think. Even though it's dark, it's just controlled. Because here's the thing to know about lights. Everyone listening, pay attention, lean in closely. We're going to talk about this. When you're lighting for video, lighting for live streams, lighting for photography, you're not controlling light. You're controlling shadows. I know that messes people up, but that is what we're doing. We are controlling the shadows. We're not controlling the light. Even in the real space outside, in the daylight, when you set up your backyard and you get ready for your picnic, or you're in your car, you're driving, you pull down a little shade, you're trying to control all the weird shadows because you see what causes us to see depth and perceive, color and all that stuff is actually more to do with the shadows than the light. Because the light itself would just be bright, on, white, can't see anything. The shadows is where your clarity comes from. And I know that's just weird because we don't think about it that way. So there's that.
Gonna need a whole YouTube video conversation on shadow control.
Nani is Japanese for what? So yeah. Nani? Nandesuka. Nandesuka. Anyway. Yeah. Let's get boom, boom, boom.
I think he just called you a numbskull.
That'll work. I'll take it. Yeah, the round ones are definitely better. Definitely better. Yeah. What did Sammy say? Yes, there's class today. It's look on the BMAC page. It's in there, Sam. It's in there. Okay. Nadim, he says. Yes, you can. You can. You just got to write a Zapier or an IFTTT that says when X happens, make Y happen. And I have been meaning to write this script for a while. I just haven't done it. But yes, you can do it, and it's not very hard to do. Just like when Mike bought a coffee that popped up, I could actually tell Zapier when Buy Me a Coffee receives a coffee, tell Phillips Hue to do X. So yes, you can do that. That's actually a good idea, by the way. Yes, Hawaii and Arizona and Alaska does not try to mess with the clock. Yes. Very, very cool. All right. I think we're. No, Elgato capture cards are perfectly priced. Those $20 things are kind of, it's not quite the same, but they do work. So, yeah, there's deeper reasons as to why they don't work. So, but we won't get into that because if those work, they work. You just need to get streaming. All right, cool. That's so far. I'm just checking. Ayo, good to see you here. Yes. I get what he says. Yes, that's true. But this is just the rule of thumb when you're trying to control lights. It makes it easier to think about what you're doing. Yes, you can. Yes, those large rectangle box lights are easier to control and get soft. This is sort of that, but it's octagonal. Yes, octagonal. So it's extremely soft. But I have this light like dumbed down. You guys want to see? I am at like.
Bye, John.
I'm at like 15%. Watch this mess right here.
That's so good.
It's still going. The fan hasn't even kicked on yet. Look at that. That is stupid. Eileen! Yes, Eileen's coming to class. Look, how stupid is this light? This light is so dumb. Like, I have it on like 15%. Like, it's crazy.
I love it. It's good. Okay, and that's the
You don't want to
veil
buy
track.
this light. No, this light right here is $1,500. It's called.
Oh yeah, I definitely don't
light-
want that 15. I mean, I want the $1,500 one.
Stella Light in Motion. Again, it's made for photography. That light is boss. But yes, it's 10,000 lumens. Remember we were talking about like 2,800 lumens or 3,000 lumens?
Yeah.
That's 10,000
Yeah.
lumens.
Oof.
It's designed to fight pure sunlight outside.
Wow.
No, not the 180. When Camlink's standard price is $129. When people were jacking the price to $600, that's not Elgato. That's people trying to run a market because they just. That's the bad part about Amazon. People get twisted on pricing. Elgato wasn't doing that. That was people. Yeah, that's a different story. Okay, thank you, Sam. Sam, I'm going to send you a DM. And we're going to have you come on the show and we'll talk travel channels. And
I can't wait to watch your channel.
Can't wait to see you in the live stream. Get your buy me a coffee up, Sam, because I want to get a cafe au lait.
You meet today, Sam. We're making it happen.
Yeah, and I'm going to check. If I go searching, buy me a coffee, and Sam's not on her yet, I'm going to just.
Gonna be trouble.
Anyway, thank you, Sam. Thanks, Wayne. See you in class, right? Cool. All right, gang. First of all, Liz, tell people how they can find more Liz.
Okay, so you can find more Liz at my YouTube channel that is focused on talking about YouTube, which is just Liz Brousseau, my name. And if you're into a meditation and mindset and manifesting and like just you get to change your life and do what you love and you get to get paid for it because I do it every day, then you can follow Mindfully Inspired.
Yes.
And follow both.
Make it a point to follow Liz on IG because she frequently drops beautiful nuggets on IG. And if they're not beautiful, inspiring nuggets, she's making fun of her daughter. So both are entertaining.
Yes.
Your daughter's going to be, I don't like him.
No, they love you.
I'm teasing. Here, let me I'm going to put Liz's channels in the chat. I'm going to pop one right there. That's one of Liz's channels. And then we're going to get the other Liz channel. I think on the first one, you can actually, you did. You changed it to Excel Lizity. Like, what the heck is that?
No.
Say the word.
Oh, that's like an old, it should be still coming up as Liz Brousseau. I don't know why sometimes the weird old ancient link comes up.
Hey, you know how I do. It's just Instagram. It does that. Thank you.
Instagram.
Thank you, Little Forest Holmes. Thank you for coming through. By all means, subscribe to the channel, come and hang out. And
No, it doesn't
Derek,
work.
good to see you. Good to
There
see
you go. In real life, Liz Brousseau.
There you go. That's the right
That's
answer.
me. And
Yeah,
it's really random.
and
I don't
Derek,
niche my
the number one reason why good question, Jay. The number one reason why those little ones don't really work and why you're having trouble with your M1, they're USB 2.0. They're not USB 3.0. And the other thing that causes a hassle with most of them is they're either all tinted green or tinted magenta. None of them are color accurate, whereas the Elgato will come out mostly color accurate every single time, and you're not spending all day trying to fight their weird off color. So that was the answer to the question as to why they kind of sort of sucked. Anyway, gang, I appreciate you. New people, make sure you remind everyone in the chat that you are new. Don't forget, if you're watching on the replay, you're going to have the comment section available. You can put questions in the replay area. Anyone who watched this whole stream and you have a question that Liz or I missed because we were too busy having fun because I didn't get to have Liz on for a couple of months, leave your question in there. I do check all the comments. I will get questions and save them and use them again later, or I'll just answer you. Depends on what it is. Don't forget, if you're a creator and you're still waiting on YouTube to monetize you, don't slip. Go start your Buy Me a Coffee today, Liz, Sam. It's going to be a game changer. It will make you extremely happy. And Miss I says I have to put the https:// otherwise, we're going to get in trouble. So make sure you set up your Buy Me a Coffee page and then come back in the chat and let us know you set it up. Come back in the comments and let us know you set it up, and then we'll get you a coffee started. And Matt, thank you for being here. I know you is not hella new because Matt's like me. He's a maker and a pretty dope YouTube cat. So go and check out All Things YouTube because I love it. And Vin, thank you for coming through to the live. I know you always catch me in the regular community, but you're here today, and that I appreciate. Gang, we are going to have class coming up extremely soon, and this is what I'm trying to press. So I'll see you guys in class. I appreciate you. Oh, wait. Before we play music, I got to play my other favorite Canadian. I have to do this every show, and I'm going to play my other favorite Canadian right now. Are you ready?
Is this what you want now? Feels like you're looking for something better.